Hello and welcome to Prateek Chess Videos.
Hey there friends, today we are going to see a game between who do we have here? Well, we have today. Today is a special day where we have Henry Bird versus Paul Morphy. This game was an amazing game. So yes, let's jump right in action, shall we? All right. So what about it? What did the game start with? Well, now it's a little bit interesting that with what did the game start? Because at that time, e4 was most played. Later in the future, d4 started to be played and knight f3 came. But after e4 in this game, it was played e5. Now knight f3, d6. Wait, what? No. Yeah, so here after d6, it was played not d3. Wait a minute. Yeah, here actually it was not played d3 because obviously who would play such a passive move like that? But actually in the game it was played d4, and after d4 with the threat of d into e5, and then after d4 it was played f5, which is not such a great move. So f5 is well a dubious move. Yeah, it's obviously a dubious one. So here that's why what was played in the game. Well, in the game actually, Morphy was very smart here, and actually this was a mistake. Yeah, d4 f5 is actually a mistake. You should play here e into d4 or yeah, just e into d4, knight into d4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, and these positions are called the Antosian variation. Here y is slightly better. So here f5 was played in the game. Yeah, but after f5, the problem here is that after f5 it comes, there are many moves, but here the strongest move is bishop to c4. But in the game it was played knight to c3. Knight to c3 here with the idea of, yeah, knight to c3 with here, the idea being, what should be the idea? So here the idea should be to take on e5, and actually bishop c4 is the strongest move, and after which comes f into e4, knight into e5, d5, queen h5 check, g6, knight into g6, knight f6, queen e5 check, Now bishop to e7, knight into h8, and here white is completely winning after d into c4, and then bishop to g. Well, queen to g5 or bishop to g5. Actually, queen to g5 and then knight goes to. Well, actually, here queen to g5, and after which there are not many options for black. I mean, bishop e6 is reasonable, knight c6, but then comes, well, there's c3, there's bishop to e3, but knight to c3 with the idea that after knight into d4 comes the move. Well, there is queen d2, but there's also this short castle move after which knight into c2. And now bishop f4, then here we can take here. Takes, and then it has the idea here to check king to d7. And now there's queen d5, there's rook d1 check. Both are doable, you can even take, but here best move is to play queen to g4 check and then win the piece. It might seem like after king to c, wait, what? King to e8. Yeah, now there's something, but really, here if you just add kit blitz, stock, fish 16. Yeah, here actually queen to c h5 check and then king d7, knight f7 is very nice. So check here, knight f7, and then it's just winning. So yeah, in the game, knight to c3 was played, f into e4, and then it was played knight into e4 and now d5, attacking the knight. But now it is not that safe for black around here, because after knight to g3 in the game, came e4, attacking the knight, and now, well, now comes knight to e5. Knight to e5 has the idea of queen h5. Wait. Queen h5 check followed by queen. Yeah. Queen h5 check followed by g6, then knight into g6. Just queen h5 check. So now after knight to e5, it was played knight to f6 and then bishop to g5. Well, if instead of knight to f6 it was, well, played a move. So actually, what should black here even play? So, yeah. Now, after knight to e5, there are not many options here. If you play g6, then now, well, now what should you do? So now comes the fun. Here, after knight e5, knight f6 was played in the game. If you play here g6, it is actually interesting. What? Yeah, so here, if g6 is played, but after g6, there can be some bad things happening for black, because there can be h4 move. H4 is totally fine, but c4 is just great. And then here nobody would disagree that here in this position white is at least better. Yeah, so now after knight e5, knight f6, bishop g5. Now it is played bishop to d bishop to d6. Now knight to h5, short castle, and now you can't really take with the knight on f6 because g into f6 kind of does this thing. So here that's why now after knight h5 short castle comes queen to d2. Queen to d2 has the idea to just long castle. Everything's going fine. But now we get the role. Morphy is black. So Morphy did this bad opening with f5, but then he capitalized. He capitalized on white's unresourcefulness. Yeah, so much that white had to just quit. So after queen to d2 comes queen to e8. Uh, Now queen to e8 idea is that queen to h5. We unpin here. So after queen to e8 come g4, which I think is a miss. Yeah, that's actually, you see, white was slightly better than it was equal. I mean, white was still slightly better until it was played knight to h5. So knight to h5 can be ranked as a dubious move, short castle. But then it was queen to d2 which changed the thing. So queen to d2 is another dubious move. But then the finishing touch that would need is g4. So three bad moves in a row and white's position collapse. Still, I think queen d2 is a mistake because queen d2 is the one who did it and then did the thing. So now queen to e8, g4, and now comes knight into g4, knight into g4. All right. Now queen into h5, knight to e5, and then knight to c6. And then bishop to e2, attacking the h5. So now queen to h3. And now it was played knight into c6, b into c6, then bishop to e3, closing the queen. But now it was, I think, already too late to do anything. What is our evaluation? No, still it is minus plus. But after rook b8, the finishing touch needed was long castle. No, let's wait a bit. So yeah, here the finishing touch needed was long castle. And now white's position here is lost, and now long castle was played. So now you should pause the video and think, what should we play? Well, I hope you would think here this combination here is a two move combination starting with rook into f2. So alright, that sounds pretty extreme. So yes, I think we'll be ranking it a brilliant move that would deserve. So Yeah, such a move. So now, well, now it was played after rook into f2, bishop into f2, and now things get really crazy. Crazy. So now after bishop into f2 comes queen to a3. Brilliant move, another sacrifice. This is just getting crazy. c3 was played, if b into a3, then bishop into a3 mate. So now after queen to a3, c3 was played, but now queen into a2. And actually, let's see after long castle what is the evaluation. Wait, it was not that bad, was it? No, it wasn't. This whole thing wasn't that bad here. b4 was played in the game, queen e1, king c2, queen a4 check. And the mistake here was king to b2. Oh my god, such precision. Actually, here nothing was white's mistake. This was just a combination to increase pressure. And here b4 was played check. Here king to b2 was the deciding mistake. No. Mistake, not a blunder. Because here still white's position is very hard to defend. I mean, seriously. So, oh, but here still after queen e4, check king to c1. Here actually white still has compensation for his bad king, as black is a rook down and black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, while black has 3 pawns compensation for the rook. So, but after king to c1 comes a5, we open and then I think we win yet another pawn. So here this position is better for black. So after king to b2, which was a mistake, now bishop into b4 check, c into b4. Sorry, not bishop into b4 is not a check. C into b4, rook into b4. And well, there it comes. What should we play? Well, now things get really crazy. So after rook into b4 check, here queen into b4, queen into b4 check, here king to c2, but now it was played e3. Wait, what? Not bishop f3, bishop into e3, bishop f5 check, rook d3, queen c4 check, king d2, queen a2 check, king d1, and queen b1 check. And vibrant end to this amazing game. What an amazing game! Amazing. Yeah, so let's first save this game, reset. Alright, 1858. White was Henry Bird and black was Paul Morphy. Amazing game. Yeah, I mean, just seriously amazing. So, yeah, this was pretty much it. Man, yeah, and this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.